Yeah, visible the box.
Okay. So see, yesterday we got to know about RPA. You have heard that it's a tool which is actually taking all the features of RPA technology, and we also saw that it's having very less coding and it is having good integration with other applications also. Like yesterday we saw it's having integration with Chrome browser also. Similarly, a few people asked whether you can connect with database. Answer is yes. Not only one kind of database, whatever different types of database you have, that you can connect. Okay. So similarly, now you have to actually have that studio in your laptop, right? So UiPath is having a free version. We can call it as free version of UiPath Studio or community version of UiPath Studio. So that how to install that UiPath platform, that is today's topic. Okay. Once we complete installation and if we have any sufficient time now, then we will discuss about the technical part, like what is workflow, what is variable, what is argument, like that. Okay. Because many people are there, so installation will only take whole day, whole means whole class only. So to do installation, yesterday we got some queries like what do we require. So my answer was simple. We need at least one email ID. That's it. If you have one email ID, that's enough. You need not submit any Aadhaar card, PAN card details, or any unique number or any license. There is no payment required. Also, it's a free version. So first step is you have to open this link. You have to open this link. There you have to do sign up. Once you do sign up, you have to fill some forms. You have to download a studio. Once you download studio, you have to install it. Once you install it now, you have to do a connection, because you have to give your email ID again in the install application. Then only your studio will be licensed. Okay. For now, let us do this part. Okay. Till here we will do once in our laptop, and then we will go for the next slide, and we will also try to do one or two installation in other systems. Okay. Till that time, just keep your systems ready. So uh, first of all, let me remove my UiPath Studio. There is already UiPath Studio in my system that I will remove. Okay. So if you see, simply go to your start and searching add or remove program will open one settings window. Here I will first uninstall my studio, UiPath Studio. Okay. Everyone can hear me, right? I can hear you, but one of the guy wants to talk. Okay, Banu has joined this one. Okay. See, if anyone is chat giving a message in chat, na, I cannot read the chat unless I go there. Huh? See, if anyone reads any message, just tell me. बंद कर दे आवाज बहुत डिस्टर्बेंस आ रहा है तो वहाँ बैठ जाओ ना तो कुछ भी नहीं था यहाँ भी बैठ सकता वहाँ भी बैठ सकता ये तो इंस्टॉलेशन है सेम okay so Banu, what we are doing, we are actually uninstalling my studio first, and later we will see how to install in a laptop freshly. So what I'm doing, I'm copying this URL. I'm giving this URL to you also in late means after this installation. So let me first go to this link. Open in Chrome or Edge, okay? Whichever is convenient to you, that you can open it, is not at all an issue. Everyone knows, right, how to use a browser. Simple. Open any browser like Chrome or Edge. In the URL tab, give the your link. If you see here, it got automatically logged in. So let me open a private window and try to enter. So once you see here, once I log in, since my Gmail is now not logged in this system, I will get this window. Once I get this window, I have to tell sign in using Gmail. Okay, or let me just click on sign up. If already login is present, use any one of the above option. But I want to add a new account, so I clicked on sign up. Okay, once I click on sign up, you have three options. One is Google account, Microsoft account, another one is email. If you are getting confused with these two, you can use an email. So let me try to go with Google account. If you see, it is asking normal Gmail ID only. Okay, so for now I will write my normal Gmail ID. I will write my password. It might give me some error also sometimes, because I have already one login. But still, I got a notification that in my mobile that someone is trying to log in, so I accepted that. So this since I have my login, that's why that window came. One second, let me go back. Since I have my login, I was getting that window. One second. Okay. Let me close this uh, tab again and open again, because I want to show you that form. I said you right, there are these many steps. Till login we have done. I will just show you how to create a tenant also. But I accidentally clicked on next button. So Uipath cloud.com. After that, sign up. So sign up. Click on continue with Google. Give your Gmail ID and password. Okay, so since I already have a login, I am getting like this. Okay, but if you are a new user, you will get like this. You will get one form that your account is successfully created. Please fill some information. Okay, so fill the information along like as you wish, but keep it normal. Don't keep any complex keywords. Okay, then name of the organization. For example, here we will write UiPath Learning June. Okay, so June month. So I'm writing like this. It can be anything. You can keep it simple also. So it will take little bit time to just to create that platform. Once it is created, it will show the result. Okay, so after doing that sign up, now you will land to this page. This page we call it as automation cloud or automation hub. If someone is telling, do you know automation cloud or automation hub, the thing is same. It is the same home page of orchestrator. This is orchestrator. For the orchestrator, this is the home page, and in this page you can directly see one button called download Uipath Studio. Okay, this is the direct button which will be available for you to download Studio. Sometimes if it is not visible, na, see, for example, if it is not visible, sometimes it will look like this also. The home page will look like this. Then you will have option right side, download Studio. But I prefer downloading from resource center. If I scroll down, and if you see last link na, so here you will have more details about the application. So I will go to resource center, then I will install a stable version. Okay, so let us go to once PPT also. In PPT we said that go to this URL, next is sign up or login with Gmail, create a tenant or a orchestrator. That we did. You saw it, a very simple form asking about your email ID, location, and asking about the organization name or orchestrator name which you want. Now we are in a place where we have downloaded the studio from resource center. Okay, it can be resource center or home page also, it's up to you, but it's better to download a stable version. Okay, so once the download is done, we will do an installation. Anyone is having any query, or did anyone did not follow till here? Hello.
Sir,
Sorry, actually is the Bluetooth connected automatically. My Bluetooth is off only, but it got connected there. Yes.
sir, actually, my laptop is somewhat slow.
Yes.
So, what are the requirements for installation? Basic requirements.
See, basically, if you have 4 to 8 GB of RAM, that will be good. And I prefer i5 or i3 latest generation. Okay. What is your model?
Sir, Dell i3, sir.
Dell i3. And what is the RAM?
RAM 4 GB RAM, sir.
4 GB, right? So do one thing. Processor anyway you cannot upgrade, but at least try upgrading RAM. Okay.
Okay, sir.
For time being, don't invest on new laptop. If you have any, if you want any laptop also, na, take it for rent. Okay, if you want, it will rental period will also be like around 2000 rupees, like that. Coming to my current configuration, no, it's i5 and 8 GB RAM. So if it is i3 and 8 GB RAM, then also it will work fine only. But I prefer i5 and 8 GB RAM at least. Okay. And one more thing, if you have any like if you're using your laptop for some kind of designing or gaming or some kind of applications, na, try to clear those applications if you're not using for now. Then also you might get some improvement. Few more tips also, like you have to clear your temporary folder whenever, like at least for 2 3 months you have to clear. You know, right? Temporary folder will get. So in temporary folder, all your what is that? Whenever you are opening any application, some extra data will be created. That also, if you are clearing, na, your system performance will increase. Okay, it's for everyone. Huh? Everyone should have a laptop, which is at least in good running condition. Okay. Uipath Studio is installed. Sorry, downloaded. Let me just open this folder. 1 second. There is some slowness. Okay. So this application got installed here, downloaded here in download folder. Just let me double click. Okay, double click or open anything. So once I double click, I am getting this page, Windows installer. It will take some time, like 5 to 10 minutes to install. See, this is the next window which you will get. In this thing, it is asking whether you are a community user. Community user means you are a whether like normal developer or a fresher who is trying to learn or trying to use Uipath applications for your experience, or you are a enterprise user. Okay, if you are enterprise user, you might not need all application. You need some applications, and might be it also ask for some license. Okay, so we'll go with the community user. We'll check this terms and conditions page and we'll install. This second, this is the next page, and this page will actually do installation everything, and it will be a time taking process. Till that time, if anyone wants to follow the same steps, now they can follow in their laptop. Simple thing, you can have to write cloud.uipath.com. Okay, please try. Whoever is in the call and having the good laptop, they can try till here. And if anyone join from mobile data with their laptop, na, they don't try. Okay, if they are trying, na, their whole data will complete only for downloading the application. If you have a broadband and good laptop, then just start trying. Is anyone trying to install? Hello.
Yeah, but I'm trying to install.
Okay. You have this link that you can see in screen, na? Or you want in chat?
I think it will take some time now for you to install this product.
Yes, yes.
Can I share my screen, which you can see?
Yes, yes. We can see your screen also. Share your screen. So let us see. Shaker was speaking, right? Or Sujan? So let us see Shaker's screen and let him start installing Uipath Studio. Okay.
Ganesh, see me.
Yes, yes, I can see you.
So here
So
I am seeing only this directly.
you are watching that button, right? So that will also download Studio only, and that can be a preview version. Preview version means what? Whichever update comes, it will update automatically. Okay, but don't install that one. Scroll up, scroll up. Collapse that window. Right, top right side. There is one arrow button. Collapse that. Close that. Close. Once you close that, you will get a
Yeah,
resource center in bottom.
yeah. Oh, great.
Go to stable and download. Difference between stable and preview is that preview you will get some kind of update every month, every week. Okay, as UiPath team is UiPath company is updating their packages or any activity, na, that update will also come to you immediately, and those updates can also have some kind of technical issues because that is a preview version, na. It will take time, okay? Because it depends on your speed
Like
also.
yeah, mine also is net is
Yes,
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 yes.
not an issue.
Then I'm stopping my screen. Okay.
Okay, okay, no problem. Let me share my screen again because there are some pop-ups which are coming. We have to see those pop-ups. Okay, just tell me once the screen is visible.
Yes.
It's visible, right? So see here, while installing, I got one pop-up. If you want to continue installing UiPath extension for Chrome, please close all the Chrome processes and then click on OK. What it is telling, if you want to integrate with Chrome, that is Chrome extension you want, okay, of UiPath, then close all your Chrome browsers and then click on OK. Okay. If someone is joined from Chrome this meeting, they have to not do OK. If they do OK, their meeting will close. Okay. What they have to do is they have to click cancel. For now, I have not joined from Chrome. I will close this. I will click on OK, just following the procedure which they are telling in the tab. Now it is asking second thing. If you want to continue installing UiPath extension for Edge, Edge is second browser where I have joined the meeting. That there, if you want to add extension, then you can do. For now, I will click on cancel because if I click on OK, it will close the meeting. So by this, it is only giving a pop-up that you want to connect to Chrome or not, like that. So once installation is complete, you can click on launch to Uipath Studio. So the link where we connected, this is Automation Hub, okay, and Automation Cloud. Let us take the latest name, that is Automation Cloud. So we went to Automation Cloud and we downloaded the studio. Once you download the studio, we have to acquire license also, okay. At this point, I think it acquired. It did not acquire. Okay, it has Open Studio, and once you see here, me go settings. It I think my system acquired license directly. Let me do one thing. Let me first log out this. Okay, orchestrator not connected. Orchestrator is not connected, and you might not get this page. Huh? You might get some different page also, but I'll show you how to connect to orchestrator. Why connecting to orchestrator is important is because you have to make it licensed, okay. Even if you're using free version, you have to connect to orchestrator to get a license of it and more features of orchestrator. So one second, let me close this again. Studio. You will get this page actually. I don't know why I got that I mean like normally it has opened the process, that I don't know why, but you will get this page when you will install your UiPath Studio freshly, okay. Once you open this, it is asking same thing, is the URL same, cloud.uipath.com. So it is telling sign in again, okay, in Studio. Once I click on sign in, it will open one default browser. This is my Chrome, okay. It has opened my Chrome browser again. By default, it has opened. I did not do anything. Once it is opening Chrome, it is acquiring license on its own because my Chrome is having my Gmail already logged in. Okay, is it clear? You have to open your studio. It will ask for sign in. Click on sign in button. It will open the browser which you are actually using. Okay. But it will open Chrome or Edge. It depends on which is your default browser. There, if your Gmail account is not logged in, then it will ask to sign up. if it is already logged in, then it will directly take all the license or the verification from Chrome, and Studio will get authenticated. So if you'll see here, it is asking me now next option whether you want Studio or Studio X. Okay. So we are RPA developers, where you will be doing complex automation also. If you'll see here, for the user looking to build complex attended testing automation. Do you remember what is unattended and attended? Attended is the process where human input is required. Okay. Unattended automations are like background automation. No one needs to touch. They can be started on their own. They can end on their own. Okay. So this is the studio which we will be using. Same two applications in one studio. So if you want to move to Studio X, that also is possible. Okay, now if you see the process, the window came. This is the new start window or a new project window. I will if I open this process now, then I can open a new project also. Okay, steps are very simple only, right? Let me just go to this slide also. If you see here, we have logged in into this portal using Gmail, created that orchestrator or tenant, download and install is done, connection is also done. Is it clear till here? Hello. Is anyone else trying the same thing? Ashok, Sujan, Shekhar, Chandra Babu, Lakshmi,
My
Irshad,
network is slow.
okay, Banu Prakash. Is anyone trying to install Studio?
Sir, actually, I have entered up to welcome to Uipath Automation Cloud. There are no organization available for sujankumar21@gmail.com.
Okay, so you are creating an organization.
Create organization, sir. Up to I have entered up to create organization. Below that, to sign in with a different account, click here. There is
If you'll share screen, I can understand. I'm getting you, but I have to reply with you some answer, no? So that I have to see your screen. Okay.
sir.
Others also start going to that page. Let me give that link. If you have not made a note of it, let me give that link in this Google
Sir,
chat.
sir, can you please enter into? Can you please enter my system through any disk, sir?
Sure, sure. Okay.
Sir, can I send in the number, sir?
Yes, let me open. You can tell the number. So how AnyDesk is another tool where you can take other person control. Okay. So tell your number.
So 975
975
221
221
806, sir.
806. Okay. So let me share my screen so that other team members are able to see. So team. Okay, this is AnyDesk. This application is also a small application. Try to install this application in your system. If you have a good internet, you can take other person's screen control from this. Not only from meeting you can do from the another application also. Okay. So if you see here, Sujan
Sir,
got this message that there is no organization. Whether you want to create an organization or you want to log in with some different Gmail ID. So Gmail ID is fixed. He has to create a new organization.
true,
Just
sir.
click here. You will get this normal page which I got. So fill the form. Then your login will be successful. You understood?
Sir, sir.
I click I. You will go to I India. Or you can scroll also. It's up to you. Second line, yes.
Next, sir.
Next, yes. Name of the organization. You can write your name or you can write learning, Uipath, anything.
Sir.
You can write any value. Generally, what companies do know, they write the client name or the project name. Like if your client is TCS, write TCS, or for now you write anything. You write your name. You are the client, or you write Uipath. It's up to you. Okay.
True, sir.
Yes, enough. Everything is okay. It will just take some time. Huh? See, it got completed. Setup got completed. It's adding to the next page. Direct option is there, download Uipath Studio, but prefer going to resource center, because if you will start going to resource center in future also you will remember what is the resource center. Collapse this. Arrow button is there, right? Top right side. Collapse that.
Yes, sir.
Top right side. Top right side.
Sir.
Down. Below to your name. There is one arrow button. Close that. Cross button. Close.
This one, sir.
Yes. Once you close this, you are getting actually one full option. Scroll down. You will get resource center option. Blue color.
This one, sir.
Yes. Next is stable version. Download. Once you download, you will install. After doing installation, you will get same sign in page. Okay. Once you click sign in page, it will go to Chrome. From Chrome again, it will take the license. Okay. Other members, do anyone have reached this point, like whether installation is done or they are doing any installation? Is this part done? Other people? Hello.
Mine is still downloading.
Okay, downloading, right? Okay. Ashok, Irshad, Banu Prakash, Lakshmi.
हाँ sir.
So what you are doing? You are
in
installing.
Connected in mobile.
Okay, you have to do it later, but it has to be completed today only, because tomorrow we have to do practical part. Okay. Okay.
Sir, I am also done, sir.
You have done till where?
Yes, sir.
You have installed.
Yes, sir. Already installed, sir. My laptop.
You have already installed. Sign in is done.
Sir? Sign
in is done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then it's fine. Next person, Chandra Babu and Banu.
Yeah, completed, sir.
Installation is done.
Yeah, done, sir.
And sign in is also done.
Yeah, totally done, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. Okay. Now we have like more 15 to 20 minutes. We can do one thing. We will see the next slide. Shall we go for the next slide?
Sir, wait for 10 minutes, sir. There is a installation.
Okay.
Jabbar, a small request.
Yes.
Please try to communicate with your name, Jabbar. Or not calling sir.
They have to tell. You can call with one name, because it will others will understand that you are talking to me.
Okay.
See how I am taking name. I am not calling sir or student, na. I am calling direct with name so that Ashok is
Okay, okay.
giving me reply. So similarly, you also ask. You can call with my name. Then others will
As we
understand that.
as we will enter into project, as we call sir, they know we are fake.
No, it's not like that. Generally, people does not know that you have to follow that like naming. That's why you are calling
Okay.
like that, but it's not like that. Okay, but anyway, call with name so that not only me. Once you enter your project, and if someone took your interview, taking your interview also, na, they, for example, his name is Srikar or Srinath. Okay, call him, hello Srinath, how are you, what you're doing, like that only. And even if any old person is your manager also in your company, him also you have to call with name only in IT companies. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, just now you told that attended means demand is required, but unattended means what is the meaning, sir?
Unattended means no input is required.
No input is required, sir.
Yes. No input in the sense while running the project or code, you need not touch anything. Huh? It will run on its own. Let we will do some kind of practical, then you will understand. Okay. Uh, just tell me once everyone is ready. We will go with the next slide. We'll not complete everything like very fastly. We'll go one by one only. Because again there is some kind of theory coming that what is a workflow, what is extension. I have to explain everything, then only you will understand how to open the studio again. Okay, so just tell me once your installation is done and all are ready.
It's going, sir.
Initial like 1-2 days it will be slow only because I have to explain you each and everything in detail. Okay, but after like fifth or fourth class you will also practice in your home, so from there everything will go fastly. Okay, it will be not very slow. Since now it's a new to you, you will not understand. Okay, in one time I have to explain 2-3 times and I have to explain it clearly.
Sir,
Yes.
can we ask after the class, sir? If any issues are there?
Yes, I said in beginning only, na. If anyone is missing class, they will get the recording. If anyone is attending class, they also will get the recording. If anyone has any doubts, the person who missed the class or who attended the class, they have any doubt, they can contact. That is not an issue. Okay. Is it done? Shall I move to next slide?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes,
We will move to next slide.
please. Go ahead.
After that, if you have any queries, anyone has queries, they can connect. So, first of all, in Uipath, we are writing that code, right? Yesterday we wrote some code. That code we call it as a workflow. Okay. If someone is asking you, oh, taking interview or something, then if you use this keyword called workflow, then they will understand that you are referring to the code which you have written in Uipath. Okay. What is workflow or what is the code you are writing is workflow. Is it okay? The terminology. So RPA developer has to develop workflows for doing automation. Okay. What is the extension of workflow? What do we mean by extension? Extension means type of file. For example, Excel file has one extension. Music has some extension. Video has some extension. Similarly, the script you are writing here, the automation code which you are writing is also having some extension. Okay, that is .xaml. Okay, generally people will also call as XAML also, so don't get confused whether it is XAML or XAML. Okay, you also just learn this terminology. Okay, coming to project, for example, let me open the studio. This is one XAML. I am creating another XAML, like for example, workflow number 1. Okay, two XAMLs are there. Now there can be many XAMLs also, right? Because everything is a code only. There can be more than one code. So from where the project will start is the next question. Okay, where the project will start, whether it will start from here, whether it will start from third workflow, or it will start from the main workflow. So answer is main. There should be some standard, right, that from here only things will start. So main is a workflow where the actual project will start. Okay, so some might, they will not ask you these small questions, but they can ask you what is workflow or what is main workflow if you're joining as a fresher. If you're a senior, they might not ask you these small questions. Okay, uh, so what is main workflow? You understood? So main workflow is again a piece of code which you have written, but actually the project will start from there. Okay. Next is workflow. If any workflow is having any error, then your workflow will not run. For example, this is your main workflow. Here I am creating one sequence. Yesterday we saw what is sequence. Sequence is a like before writing any code, you should create one place to write, right? So sequence is a container which will allow you to add some activities inside it. Okay, so I added one sequence in main workflow, and later I am trying to open browser. For example, I am trying to open browser. Okay, I'm trying to open browser, but I did not give URL. It will give error only, right? Can you see this is the error, that URL not supplied? And after that, if you're trying to run with some errors, if you're trying to run, then it will not run. You will get some issues. So workflow should not have errors, then only your code will run. Is it okay till here? So I will just, let me repeat this slide again. The code which you are writing is called the file is called workflow. Okay, if you are using that terminology, then your technical knowledge will reflect with your answers. Okay, if you are telling just simply you are writing some code, all those things, you, the candidate who is taking interview now, he will understand that you don't know much, in deep. They will know that you are a beginner. Next thing is RP developer should have to develop workflows to automate business. Okay, so you are the person who is actually developing the workflows. Once development is done, you have to make sure that your project is starting from main only. Whatever you are doing coding now, it should get interlinked with main only. Main workflow will only start the project. Last point, if you have any errors in your workflow, it will not run. Okay. Okay, next thing is types of workflows. Okay, generally we saw that there are the code, the place where you write the code is a workflow, right? Now in that also, do we have any kind of different types? So answer is yes. Let me just show you the different types of workflows also. uh, for example, the sequence you have seen, right? If you see this sequence, this is a sequence, and if I'm adding anything in the sequence now, it is getting added in next line. Can you see one after the other? You can add anything, but it will be in one after the other only. It will not be different. Any activity which you will add will be one after the other. This is a sequence or sequential order of writing a code. Where you will use sequence, if your code is limited and it is one after the other, you can use sequence. Okay. We have one more option of flowchart. For example, if I write here in activities panel, if I write here flow chart, you will can see that one flow chart our activities came. Okay, so I will just take this flow chart. If I expand this now, if I expand this and if I am trying to take any activity now, activities will appear and they will not run until you map them. Okay, see here you have to map like this. it is different than sequence, little bit different, but activities which you are using will be same. You can do like this also, it's up to you. But when it comes to sequence, it will not give you this much of what is that this much of permissions to change the direction also. But in flowchart you will get that permission. Activities which you are using in sequence can be also used in flowchart. Okay, it's not like you have to the code which you write in sequence cannot be done in flowchart. It's not like that. Okay, flowchart is just a representation, different representation where you can do complex branching easily. Here I can do complex branching. For example, if I am telling that if some condition is there, like if a person is present, then don't call his parent, and if a person is absent, then call his parents. Then that representation can be done easily. When it comes to sequence, that representation is possible there also, but it will be difficult. Can you see this representation will give you some sense that if anything is going through, it will go to right side. If something is going false, it will go to left side. Okay, this is flowchart. In sequence also you can do the same thing. Here also we have something called as if condition, if activity. If that activity is passed, left side. If that activity is failed, right side. Okay, same thing is present here also in sequence also, in flowchart also. The only difference is that flowchart can even do complex branching. If the branchings, we call these all things, these all arrows as branching. Okay, if there is complex branching, for example, from log, if the condition is true, I want to again go into first step, that I can do in flowchart, but not in sequence. Sequence is, I cannot tell that if condition is true, now go to top. I cannot do that because this complex branching is not possible in sequence. Sequence will only follow top bottom approach. Code will start from top, it will go till bottom. It will be in sequential order, like one after the other. But flowchart, it can do complex branching. Your direction can be changed as per your requirement. Okay, we have one more type of workflow that we call a state machine. Okay, it is actually a complex one. Like if you see that code now, it looks little bit complex, but let me just try to explain in simpler language. So if you see this now, it also looks like a sequence only, flowchart only. Start button is there. You have one state. Here you will have states first. One second. If you see flowchart, here you directly have activities. In sequence opened, all activities are inside that sequence. Flowchart also same thing. Sequence open, flowchart opened, everything is activity only. All these are activities only. But when it comes to flowchart, when it comes to state machine, it is not a activity. It is a state. Okay. State means what? Code started, code is opening. There will be some states. Inside that state, you will be writing a code. What you want. Once the code has entered here, what you have to do. While going outside, what you have to do, any action. Is there any action you want to do? Like that, you have to specify more extra details. Okay. And if this stage is having any issues. Okay. For example, if this stage got failed, and if you want to go again back to first stage, that mapping you can then do like a flowchart only. It looks similar to flowchart. And one more thing, okay, this final step, if everything is fine and I want to end this, I can end this. Multiple branching is present, same like flowchart only. The only thing is you have to define, what you have to define is that from this second step, when it has to go to first step, from the second step when it has to go to third step. These conditions you have to write. If you will understand this condition now, it is same like flowchart only. Okay, in flowchart you will have very simple conditions. You will use if condition or some kind of message that whether your marks are greater than 50, your balance is greater than 0, like that you will be doing. So these are the three types of workflows which you will have. Let us go with the slides so that we'll get some theory part also. sequence, when they are used for the small type of projects. Okay, if your project is very small, then we use this sequence. It is suitable for linear processes. Linear processes means what? The processes where you will be doing actions one after the other. There is no going back to your first step again, like that. Okay, that is one example. They can be again reused in other machines also. For example, here, if you see this state machine, this state machine is inside one sequence. If you see this flowchart, now this flowchart is again under one sequence. Similarly, inside a flowchart, you can add a sequence also. You have no restriction. Okay. See, this is a sequence again. Is it clear? There are three types of workflows which you can design, but again you can use one inside another. Okay. And similarly, in flowchart, in state machine also you can use a sequence. You cannot add here directly, okay, but you can add inside a state. So now let us go to the slide. So last point will come again. Go with the last point again. Sequences can be reused again and again as a standalone automation, like a separate automation as a part of state machine and flowchart. Okay, you can use sequence as a separate code, or you can use the sequence as a part of flowchart and state machine. Coming to flowchart, flowchart can be used for large projects because you can do complex branching. If anything is failing, where to go? If anything is passing, what you have to do? So that branching option is present. Because of that, you can actually fit this flowchart for big projects also. Okay, even for small projects also, big to small. Like sequence, you will not face any multiple branching issue or any kind of complex branching. It will give you some kind of privilege to do some branching. Okay, that is the second point. Coming to flowchart, it is more better than flowchart. Okay, coming to state machine, the third type. State machine is more powerful than flowchart, but state machine is not a separate code. It will again have flowcharts and sequences inside it. Okay, so it is a type of automation that is used to automate using finite states. What I am calling as finite state is there are limited stages here. If you'll see here, there are limited stages. So this project, this automation or this workflow is a code where you have limited stages. Okay, there will be not infinite stages. If there are unlimited stages, project will never complete. So first point is that there are limited stages. One good example for this state machine is like how you are doing order. Generally, what you will do in order, you will open one application. For example, if you are opening Flipkart, that is called as a initialization stage. You are actually opening a Flipkart. Second stage is you are listing all the items. For example, first item you want to take is phone. You will add to cart. Later you want to take some charger or laptop, so you will add all those things. After that is called booking or adding to cart stage. Okay, later what will be the next stage will be payment stage. Okay, once you do payment, your order is completed. So like that, everything is divided into stages. Okay, limited stages. So first point is that only this automation has a limited number of stages for execution. By adding some condition, they can jump from one stage to another stage. Okay, their arrows and branching is also represented using the lines and arrows. Okay, the branching or the flow is also represented using arrows. Okay, can you see this branching? And you can change the condition. It's not like you are simply writing T2, whatever is coming, you are using that. You can actually give some naming convention also. Like this is not T2, this is reopening.
But
Yes.
please can give the example for both flowchart and state machine. Same example.
See, example is same. See, I let sequence you understood,
You can,
right? It's a
yeah,
sequential order. Okay. When it comes to
I
flowchart,
understand sequence. Flowchart and state machine can give the live example. Yesterday I have done Flipkart right now.
Yes, yes. Yesterday we did something called as opening one browser and searching some item. Okay. The same thing we
Okay.
have done. That thing we have done in sequence. Okay. If you want to
Okay.
flowchart, do in flowchart. That also you can do. For example, open browser. Okay. Same thing you can do here. The only thing is its representation is more what is it? Visually, it is very good than sequence. If I write like this, people will understand what
Please
is my
can you
first.
hmm,
Yes.
can you take different example also?
Okay. Let us take some different example. For example, here, uh, let us take one variable. Okay, variable in the sense we'll store some value here. For example, let me take age. Okay, age is one variable. It's a number, and okay, this is enough. So let the age be 10. Okay, if the person's age is 10, uh, if I run this code, it will not run because I have not started it. Okay, I have to branch this start, then only it will run. Okay, next is let me use some flow decision. What is flow decision? When I am deciding the flow, I will go to properties panel and I will write one condition. If age less than or equal to 10. Okay, if age is less than or equal to 10, then I want one output. Okay, message box. If age is less than or equal to 10, I will just tell he is a kid. Okay, person is a kid or he is very young. So I'll go to properties again. I will write some output as candidate is a kid or child. Okay,
Okay.
and in false branch there is also false branch, right? If the age is more than 10, that is also possible.
Adult.
Okay, we'll just write candidate is adult.
Adult.
uh, Run this code. Sorry, I have not done branching, so output will not come. I have to do branching. So can you see this output has come?
Okay.
Okay, the same thing you can do in sequence also. I'm not telling you cannot do. Okay, but let us take one more way on one more option.
It in sequence it will take if condition.
You will take if condition. Okay, but same thing is possible in using sequence also. But
Technician.
let us take like some more advanced option. Like I will give input on my own. Okay, 1 second. This small example you understood, right? How to use the if condition, something like that. We'll explain this again, but normally we will try to like actually do some code which is possible in flowchart but not in sequence. We'll try to do that. Okay, type do you want to execute this program again? So see, this input dialog box is like, do you want to run the code again? Okay, do you want to run the program again? Okay, variable which I will use as is control here result. Okay, this is some option that that robot will ask at last. Okay, do you want to run the program again is the condition. let me take it as a text box. Okay, text box is fine. Next is type your age. Okay, what I will be doing is type your age. Okay, your age. Type your age. Output will go in age variable. So see here, what I written, code will start with one time. Like it will ask you type your age. Once you type your age, you will get this window, like whether your age is like whether you are young or whether you are old, whether you are adult. Okay. Once your age is old or adult, it will go again to this window, whether you want to run this code again or not. Okay. Now next option is whether you want to run your code again or not. That is the next condition. And flowchart, flow decision again I am taking. If your answer is yes, okay, if your answer is yes, then it will run your code again. If your answer is yes, run your code again. If answer is no, do nothing. Now let me do this branching properly. It looks like it is confusing. What is the first option? It is asking me what is your age. I will give my age as 10. Then I will get one option like I am a kid. Okay. And if I give false, it will if my age is more than 10, it will give me some false condition. Next step is do you want to run this code again or not? Okay, do you want to run this code again or not? That is the next condition. If my answer is yes, okay, if my answer is yes, then it will go again to top. If my answer is no, it will not go to top. Before that I have to write one condition here. Result is equal to yes. I am writing one simple condition only, so don't get confused. Okay. Okay. Now let us run this once. See, first step. What is the first step here? First step is it is asking me some age. Okay. I am giving it as 10.
Age.
10 or 8. I can let me take as 8. Okay.
Oh.
Click on OK. Once I click on age, it will go to true branch. Okay. That I am a kid. Okay. Candidate is kid.
Jabbar, can we make the condition less than or equal to 18?
Yes, yes.
Less than or equal to 18.
Okay. So I got one message called type your age. Let me just type as 8 of 8. After that, code will move to right side branch because it is less than 18. Okay. Answer is candidate is a child. Okay. If I click on OK, next input it is asking whether you want to execute the code again or not. Answer is, for example, my answer is yes. Okay. If my answer is yes, now that flow will go to again to top because I wrote a branching, right? You're getting? Again it will ask some age. For example, if I'm writing 19, it will go to false branch that candidate is actually not a child, he is an adult. Okay. If I click on OK, again it is going to the next page, that is whether you want to run the code again. For example, my answer is no. It can be anything apart from yes, then it will go to false branch. Okay. Then your project is completed. You're getting?
If you write 18,
if you write 18, then it will go to right side branch because you wrote as less than or equal to, no?
okay.
See, if I write, if I run this code, and if I write 18, it will go to left side branch. Okay.
Okay, done. Okay, done.
So the same thing you cannot do in sequence. Okay. With one sequence, you can do that with two or three sequences. You can do, but the flow coming from bottom to top again is not visible in sequence. But in flowchart, it is possible because complex branching can be done. Coming to state machine, it is more powerful than flowchart. So whatever you want to do in a flowchart, that can be easily done in state machine, and there are actually many more options. See here, here if you want to do any branching, you have to use one activity called flow decision. Okay, flow decision. After this flow decision, only your branching is going to somewhere else. But in state machine, they have already given that branching by default. You need not take any separate activity. See here, sorry, if I open this, they are actually giving that branching option. For now there is no branching. If you want to do branching, just take this activity and just drag like this, then that branching will create automatically. And once I double click, I can mention what condition you want. Here also we wrote some condition. We wrote some condition like age is less than or equal to 18. That condition only here you can write. You can write as age is less than or equal to 18. It's up to you, but this is more powerful than your flowchart. It looks similar, and once we are completing all the basics, now we are actually developing a project in state machine only, because most of the companies, most of the RPA projects, now they are in state machine only. Okay. Flowchart and sequence we will do for while practicing the all small activities. We will use sequence and flowcharts only. Okay. When it's come to state machine, for project we'll use state machine. For a big project, while developing, we'll use a state machine. Is it okay? You understood? You got some difference between these three, right? Sequence, flowchart, and state machine. Hello.
Jabbar, a
Yes.
small query.
Yes.
As we take the condition of age is less than 18, age is greater than 18, age is equal to 18.
That also you can take. If you want to take that condition, see. First of all,
As we
see. You want to have three conditions,
yeah.
So one condition, age is less than 18. Okay. This is age is less than 18.
As we have to filter the age is equal to 18.
Yes. See, age is less than 18. You want another condition that whether age is equal to 18. Okay.
And age is greater than 18. As we make chart from how many members are age is equal to 18, age is less than 18, age is greater than 18.
Let me just write this. No need. See, this same thing we can explain later on when we are actually learning about some more activities. But for now, I am just clarifying the query. Okay. See here, one condition is written: age is less than 18. If age is less than 18, for example 17, 16, then it will go to this branch where some message is there. Okay, message you can edit. If age is if age is 18, it will not go to left branch, it will go to right branch. What is there in right branch? There is again one condition, whether age is 18 or not. For example, if age is 18, then it will go to true branch. If age is 20 or 21, then it will go to right side branch. You understood the solution?
Yeah, Jabbar.
Is it easy to code or not?
Easy to code.
Easy to code, right? That only you have to understand. The only thing is you should get as many
Just you have
queries.
to
Yes,
that you have to make sure of logic.
logic. Yes, logic and best practices. Yesterday also said you right. If client will not tell you that close Chrome browser before you start starting your code, you have to do that. For example, if a client is telling go to Amazon website and get this pricing for me every day, okay, but you have to tell him that if
As
website
you
is not present or
then
not
we
opening properly,
Jabbar,
then error should go. Yes,
as we make the gender also, we can make the condition, right?
yes, whatever is your requirement that you can fit in your project. The only difference is that
At
sequence.
last of the confirmation of age, we will have to make the gender, right?
You can do as you wish, same how you wrote age, like that you can replace as gender. In condition you can write gender is equal to male, then true. If not, it will go to false branch.
Okay.
Not only numbers comparison, you can compare the messages also, male, female, mr, mrs, whatever you want to compare, you can compare. That is not an issue. Okay, these things you can make a note. If you want to do something now, you can make a note, you can practice it. If you are getting some error, you can connect with us. For now, if I show in my laptop now, you will not get that experience. Okay, is this clear? Flowchart is actually more easy than more easier, or in the sense more branching is available here. Okay, even if you write this code, for example, if you write this code in last also na, these arrows will connect with your code. There is no issue with that if you drag this to down, your code will not run. Your code will still run like that only, but branching should be made like little bit easily, or else people will not understand your code. Since I made my branching very simple, you can visualize, okay, where is my output going, that you can visualize, right? Your branching or your representation of code is important. Okay? If you'll represent in bad way, then your project manager or your senior will understand whether you know the automation very nicely or not. Okay, or you are a fresh candidate. This is run code again. Okay, this is just a normal way of writing condition. Condition is a message. Whoever is watching my conditioner, they will understand age is less than 18, age is equal to 18. This is age is greater than 18. Obviously, if two conditions fail, it will be greater than 18. Again, if you want to write some condition, you can add. That's not an issue. This is like code you want to run again. Answer if it is yes. You can see branching is going again to top. If it is no, no branching or no output. So these are some things. Okay, so coming to state machine, all these can be sent to state machine also. But now if I start coding now, you will not understand. Flowchart is enough for now, but the same coding we will do on state machine also when this topic comes. Okay, is it okay?
Okay, Jabbar.
Okay, uh,
Okay, then.
let us just see what is the next slide. We will not go with the like slide or what is the next. We'll just see what is the next topic. Okay. Okay, next topic will be variables and arguments, that we will do tomorrow. Don't worry about the code which I have written now. That code is just for your what is a visualization. How flowchart will look, how state machine will look, how sequence will look. The same topics are going to come again. Okay, like how to do if condition, how to create a variable. See, we wrote something called as age, right? Age is less than 18, age is greater than 18. That we are going to do in variables. How to use a variable, how to create variable, how to pass some value from one workflow to another workflow. We have to mean more than one workflow, right? How to pass variable of workflow 1 to variable workflow 2, how to pass value from main workflow to workflow, other another work. Those all things we will do one by one. But for now, you have to for today's session, you have to understand only that you have to install your studio properly. Once you install studio, you have to sign in. After signing in, you should at least know that there are three types of workflows. One is sequence workflow, next is flowchart, last one is state machine. Once you get these three, that these are something like these two are little bit like branching, and sequence is like a one after the another sequential order. Okay, like top bottom approach. You once you get these three things idea na, you have to understand that sequence can also be used in flowchart can also be used in sequence, state machine can be used in sequence can be used in state machine. Whatever you want to do, that you can do. Okay, till here you have to understand in this today class. Is it clear?
Sir,
Yes.
Clear,
sir,
clear, Jabbar.
currently we are using which type of workflow, sir, at present?
Currently we will be using sequence only, because we will be learning about one activity, right? For example, tomorrow we will learn about variables. If I explain variables in the sequence, then you will easily understand, because we will be writing 5 to 10 steps of code only, right? So that will be in the sequence will be enough for that. Same code I can write in flowchart also, but in flowchart now I cannot expand this easily. If I expand this now, everything will go like this. Only one activity will get expanded. But when it comes to sequence now, I can expand activities, I can collapse activities. I have more control when it is in sequence. You are getting? If the same activity, if I put in flowchart na, everything is collapsed. I cannot expand it. See, if I'm using any activity here, it is collapsed. See, it is collapsed. But when it's come to sequence, everything will have some options. See, send to extend message is giving me some option, but in flowchart it will not give me any option. I can write options, but I have to go to properties panel and then I have to write options. I cannot show you what are the main options which you can see on screen. So for that case, we will be using sequence only a lot. Okay. Once the topics are covered in sequence, same thing you can practice in flowchart also, like can how to do the same example, like how to create a variable in flowchart also. Process is same. Okay, how to use it, for example, this age code we wrote, right? How to write this in flowchart, that the flowchart is done. State machine, how to write, how to do the same thing in state machine, how to do the same thing in sequence. In sequence, this is possible till here, from this top to till here it is possible, but going again back to this first screen, that is not possible in sequence. Okay, because it will always follow top to bottom only. From this top to bottom I can take it, from this bottom to top I cannot take it. Okay, is it clear? Hello.
Sir?
So
Yes.
your question was this only, na, from tomorrow which activity will use a lot, whether sequence, flowchart, or state machine? Answer is sequence only.
Yes.
Sequence will give you some elaborative details of activities. Flowchart will not give you. Flowchart will, you can add the same values, but I cannot expand it on screen. Okay, I have to double click it. If I double click now, you will not see the other flow. What is the before flow of this activity? What is the after flow of this activity? You cannot see that. That's why we will not use flowchart now. From tomorrow we will not use flowchart. If you want, we can do some kind of examples again in flowchart. Okay, but we will be using sequence. Okay, once everything is covered, we will do our coding in state machine. Okay, if any requirement is there, if you have any example, and that example, if it is best fit for flowchart, then we will do flowchart also. Okay, you can come up with some example also, like Jabbar, how we did for age. Let us do for some marks. If marks is less than 30, then fail. If marks is less than 50, first division. If marks is more than 90, this what is that, first division or extension, something. Okay, if you will come with any example, that we will do coding, we'll try to do some examples, but we have to practice on these examples once your syllabus is covered. your syllabus should be covered like at least for 5 to 6 class, then you can ask some questions. For example, at least till here, now we are in this place, UiPath workflows and arguments. Once we complete workflows, variables and arguments and this flow charts, like control flow. Once we complete control flow and loop, then you can ask some more questions, okay? Related to age, related to marks, related to some kind of bank balance. Like if bank balance is low, I have to not withdraw money. Those all questions you can ask, okay? Or small activities. But wait for like at least 2-3 classes until we complete these two parts. Once we complete these two, you can ask some questions. Later, from this fourth point, you are actually doing automation on browser. Till now, what we have done is it's a normal variable and normal output. Okay, you are not doing any other application automation. You are doing automation only on your studio, and it is giving me some result, calculated result. Okay, but from fifth class, we will be doing some automation on browser. Okay, how to identify browser, how to click on that browser, how to read output from that browser. Those all things we will do. Okay, and once you complete this fourth fifth point, then you can ask me, Jabbar, I want to fill some form, how to fill that form using UiPath. That practical we can do. Okay, hello, is it okay what I am telling?
Sure, sir.
Okay then, for
Sure,
now,
sure. Yeah.
for today you should understand only these things, that we have done installation. We know what is main workflow, what is normal workflow. Main workflow, normal workflow, both are workflows only, but code will always start from, project will always start from main workflow. Okay, types of workflow is also clear, right? Sequence, flowchart, and state machine. We will be using sequence a lot because in normal projects also developers use sequence a lot. Okay, flowchart they will use only when the complex branching is required. State machine by default, when all like 90 to 80% projects are using state machine only for their project. Like uh, project will start from this only. It will start from this. Inside this there will be flowchart and sequence. Okay, but that we will do at last. If you'll see this uh, syllabus also now, here you have state machines on 17th point. Why it is on 17th point? Because it's a inside state machine again you will use sequence only. But before that you should know how to send email, how to handle your error, how to do Excel automation, how to manipulate your data, how to click on, how to identify or type anything on browser. After that, how to automate that browser, how many types you can do input and how many types you can do output. Those all things are there. Once we complete all these things, you can ask any question in between. That's not an issue. Currently, if I am explaining anything now, that will not get to you. You will see the output, that is for sure, but you cannot do this coding again after the class. Only for that set, you have to wait for 2-3 days. Once you wait for 2-3 days, you will understand this coding also, how I am doing coding and can you also do or not. Okay. Okay then, I will share this
Okay.
PowerPoint and this video to you by afternoon. I will send it, and I will be giving access to all these PPTs as per the email IDs. If anyone has not shared email ID, they have to share it. If any email ID is missing, they will miss the recordings or the documents. Okay.